We're going to do the antidepressant procedure now, and I just want to be clear that for psychiatric depression, please do not stop psychiatric care, do not stop your medication. This is better designed for other forms of depression, of which there are many, and even if you feel helped by this, it's palliative, it's not curative. For other forms of depression, it does move the energy in a different direction and really can be very, very helpful and actually a huge relief. So let's see what the steps are. Let me have a look and see what it says in the book. And it starts with grid the whole chakra system with smoky citrine. So I will take my proxy crystal, I'll place it here, and then this is actually the crystal that guided me to both this technique and the anti-anxiety technique. And we'll begin by informing the whole energy field, the whole chakra system, that we are going to be dealing with alleviating and reducing depression. It's actually all about changing gear. I need to clear this. When we're depressed, we're going on a downward spiral, and what we need to do is reverse gear and go on an upward spiral. And that is what this procedure can help with. Of course, you also want to do quite a lot of preparatory work before going into this particular procedure, and the recommendations are in the book. So we've grid with the smoky citrine, and then to support this technique, place sardonyx, palm stones or equivalent under the calf muscles, place cachalong under the heels, and place garnet in matrix or red uvite on magnesite on the root chakra. So for that, then I'll put my garnet in matrix on the root chakra, and I'm going to take this sardonyx and place that there, and this cachalong and place that there. And so we've got that set up as our base for working on. I can feel a lift in energy straight away when I do that. It's very interesting. And then grid the liver with shungite. So to grid with the shungite, I think I'm going to use the diagram, because it says grid the liver with shungite. And I'll use my bowl, and I'm just going to, I can feel that connection. Work over the liver area in the diagram. Good. And it is worth doing a full-on liver flush when people are depressed. And if you did do the full-on liver flush, then you can skip this step as part of the procedure. There we go. That's it. It's pretty clear because we demonstrated the liver flush yesterday, actually. That's it. Good. Okay. Place the rose quartz chakra stones on the chakras. So now we need rose quartz again. And so here is where we're going to put the rose quartz chakra stones, because we want to use the sardonyx and cachalong here. Bring that down a bit. And then this one too. It's funny. I put it there and I feel it here. Okay. Grid the head with shungite, scraping and scratching where necessary. Now that, for gridding the head, I think I'll use this. Yes, the etheric tissue is also in layers, just like our physical tissue is in layers. And as I'm going along, I'm just learning more and more and more about etheric tissue. Not really available yet out there. Books have not yet been written. Maybe there's another book in my future. Let's see. Good. That's it. Interesting. Suddenly now I'm working on the skull rather than that little rhodochrosite ball that I was using. I don't have it here to show you, but the skull said, "Why are you not using me?" And I thought, yeah, why am I not using you? Today's the day. Yeah, in the third eye. Interesting. Alright. Now if you want to practice this at home, you do have to be connecting to a real live person. Otherwise, well, live, you do have to be connecting to an etheric being in order to get a response. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to feel anything. Right. Now we're going to grid the head again, this time with lepidolite in mica that has an active point. So that's my active point and my lepidolite in mica. So now I grid again. Oof. Setting up quite the tingling sensation all through my face. And of course, with the skull oriented this way, this gridding is a little bit different from the diagram in the book. Because the diagram in the book shows how to do it with the person lying with the back of their head on a pillow or pile of books. I'm just going to go around this way. And again, this way. I feel it penetrating deeper into the etheric tissue now, and that's what I want. Very good. Nice. Whew. That was strong. Right. Infuse the face with lepidolite in mica, as well as the crown chakra and the third eye. Now for the infusion, I like to use this lepidolite in mica lingam, and I'm actually going to do it, see if I can do it on the skull, and I can. I think I'll begin here with the crown, and actually if I hold it just above, it's going to work a little bit better. Yes, I like that. Nice. Ooh, wow. Goose flesh time. Ooh. Yeah, wow. Wow. Wow, nice. Of course, I just want to remind you all, this is a way you can work on yourself. I am working on myself right now, making it hard for me to remember to talk to you. But that's what happens when one multitasks. I'm going to do this all over infusion. And when you do this to somebody in person, you're actually touching their physical body. It's almost 100% of the time they just say, "What is that? It feels so good." And of course you can do it to yourself. infusing your physical body so you can feel that. So now I'm doing it to myself. I can literally just do that. This feels the same, actually. I can report. It feels the same as when I'm doing it this way. It's nice. Good. You want to get down the sides of the neck. It's a little bit difficult here. This doesn't have a neck, the skull, so I'm going to go here on this diagram. Turn these, and I'm just going to go down the side of the neck. And you want to do this side of the neck because you want to get into the cranial nerves. You want to infuse the lipid light and mica into the cranial nerves. And you will discover, if you try this out, that there's no such thing as doing this for too long. Very, very soothing and satisfying. Nice. Connect that. Holding the rose quartz in one hand and the smoky citrine in the other hand, do a V-grid of the energy field to complete the procedure. So I think I'll use this one and this one. I don't need this anymore. I'll tell you what I do need to do is turn this around. I'm not adept at upside down V-gridding. Good. And let's move this out the way too. So, oh, you're not in the way. You're helping us. Okay. And this is the V-gridding again. And boy, does this energy feel fabulous now. This is fantastic. Excellent. Whew. Delish. That's it. One more and we're done. There we go. Wonderful. Thank you. That was a treat. Excellent.